everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marcia. Today I want to share a recipe with you and it is called Mexican cornbread. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. I wanted to share with you one of my birthday gifts that I got from my children. This is a medium-sized large iron skillet, and if you can tell, it has a picture of Dolly Parton on the back. So I love this. This is my first time cooking in it. I got this a couple of weeks ago from my kids and cannot wait. All right, I also wanted to tell you that I got this recipe from a very dear friend. Her name is Katie, and her son David come to where I work every week to our office, and they're very, very special to me. And she brought me some Mexican cornbread one day, and I was like, that is delicious, and I would love to have the recipe. So she shared it with me. Now, every time anybody shares something with me, I always kind of put my own spin on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making my own cornbread recipe, but then I'm going to be adding pretty much exactly the same ingredients that she's told me that she did in her Mexican cornbread. So very excited to show you this. So the first thing I need to do is I need to grease my skillet. And I have some Crisco shortening, and I always buy it in the sticks, a couple of tablespoons, guys. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to grease this. You want to grease it really good. Now some people preheat their skillet in the oven when they make their cornbread. I do not do that. I always put mine in there, put everything in it, and then put the cornbread, the pan in there cold. And it always makes a really good crust, so that's how I do it. All right, and that's what it needs to look like, guys. You need to get a good coat of that on there. I'm going to wipe my hands off with this napkin here. All right, so that's ready. I've preheated my oven to 450 degrees, so it's ready to go. And now I'm going to take a cup and a half of cornmeal mix, and I use the White Lily buttermilk cornmeal mix. You can use whatever kind you want. A tablespoon of granulated sugar, and you can omit the sugar. A lot of people have a big controversy about that. I don't put sugar in that, I don't, and that's fine. You don't have to. And I forgot my mayonnaise. Hang on one second. Let me grab that out of the refrigerator. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm using my recipe. Then I'm going to use one spoonful, just a tablespoonful of mayonnaise, whatever kind you like. We use Kraft or Duke's most of the time around here. And I'm going to do one egg, and I've already cracked it. I'll put that in there. And I'm going to do a half a cup of buttermilk. Get that. Like I said, this is just my regular cornbread recipe. So I'm using my own recipe for cornbread, and then I'm, like I said, taking the other ingredients that she was telling me about and putting those in to make my Mexican cornbread. All right, now, my cornbread's always too dry when I put just a half a cup of buttermilk in there, and that's okay. So to thin it down the way I want it, I always just add water to it till I get the consistency that I want. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of water. I think I'm going to do maybe a little bit more cornmeal. This don't look like much for that medium-sized skillet. Maybe I should have done 2 cups. We'll see. Water. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another half a cup. Let me grab some more cornmeal over here. Keep my cornmeal in this big thing. So let's see. I'm going to do a half a cup more cornmeal. So it'll be 2 cups of cornmeal. Sorry guys, measurements are a little off today. But I'll put all this in the description so you'll know. Because this pan is a new pan, and I've not used this bigger pan before. So I guess that's why maybe I should have a little bit more water. And like I said, the water is just to get it to the consistency that you like. Now some people like thicker cornbread, some people like thinner cornbread. I like it kind of in between, I guess. So stir it up good. Like I said, I'll put that in the description. Okay, that is what it looks like, guys, right there. All right, and then we're going to take 1/4 cup of a chopped onion. I just used a sweet onion. And it calls for 1/4 cup of chopped jarred jalapeños. And then it calls for a partial can of Mexicorn. And Mexicorn is whole kernel corn that has like bell peppers chopped up in it. Well, I didn't have any of that, so I chopped up a little bit of a red bell pepper, so I'm using 1/4 cup of that. And then I'm going to use almost all of this can. Probably not all, but maybe like 2/3 of it or a half, maybe. And then I'm going to do 1 cup of shredded cheese. Now you can do cheddar, but I am doing Colby Jack because that's just what I had in my refrigerator. So I'm going to go ahead and stir that up. Let's get all this stirred up. It smells great because I love all those smells, all those things. This is going to be yummy. All right. Mix it up really well. Looks like I got everything mixed up, and that's what it looks like. I'm going to bring this over here. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more water. I just don't want it to be too thick. I like it kind of in the middle. So let's do a little bit more water. And like I said, I will try to give you exact measurements. And you may have a cornbread recipe that you like, and if you do, that's fine. You can just make it the way you make it and then just add all this other stuff. All right, and we're going to pour that into our pan. Yeah, I think that 2 cups is going to be perfect because it's going to fill this new skillet up. Like I said, I've never cooked in this before, so I'm learning some new things with it. All right, and that's what it looks like, guys. I'm going to put this in the 450 degree oven, and I'm going to cook it for about 20-25 minutes, and I'll check it. Then when it finishes, I'm going to come back, we're going to turn it out, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we'll share this together, okay? I'll be right back. Hi everybody, welcome back. Okay, I got my Mexican cornbread out of the oven, and I cooked it for 28 minutes, okay? And this is what it looks like. It's nice and brown. If you press it, it looks done. Now we're going to do the big reveal and flip this over into this other plate. I hope it works. I hope it don't stick. Here we go. All right. Put this over here. All right. And there it is, guys. Hot and fresh Mexican cornbread. I'm going to cut this and we'll get me a piece out so we can look at it together. We'll make some chili. I got some chili in the crock pot for this evening. So we're going to have chili and Mexican cornbread. Of course, you could just have this as your bread on anything. Can't wait. That stuff is blazing. Just took it out. That looks delicious. I'm going to cut mine open. And I'm going to put a little butter in it. Just a little pat of butter. Put that back on top. It's hotter than Satan's toenails right now, but I'm going to take a bite. I hope to anyway, to share with y'all. Maybe I won't burn my lips off. So full of flavor, guys. It's got that. It's really moist and flavorful. It's delicious. There it is. And there you have it. Mexican cornbread. Excuse me. I got a piece of that jalapeno in my throat. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marsha. And don't forget that everything you're going to need and how to make this is going to be in the description. Thank you once again so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. God bless, and bye-bye.